that brings up second down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
The way he roared up and made that play, that tells me that he spent a lot of time in the film room analyzing what this offense does, and he saw something that convinced him he didn't have to worry about the pass. He could just go right now and make a play. I think if you're the offensive team, you better file that away a little bit. Maybe think about some play action down the road. You might catch him deep. But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right, to be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When Le'Veon Bell gets going and he starts galloping and he piles up yards, his team usually wins, and that's exactly what they're doing here.
Well, in 2015, he had the MCL, PCL injury. Some people were worried. He looks pretty good here in this one.
That tells you there's a whole lot of rehab that went into that, a lot of determination to get back and get back to his present form, which is awfully good.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He's going to get the football. And now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. They'll run it with Bell. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Now Bell. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Well, certainly a tough loss here, but they've got to move on. I mean, you have another opponent next week. You dwell on this one, it hurts you the following week.
That's where the 24-hour rule comes into play, win or lose for all teams. Either enjoy the win for 24 or reflect on the loss for 24, then put it aside and move forward.
So for Pittsburgh, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.